Welcome back to the multiverse of geekdom. Back to Geekdom Uncut, our Sunday show where we like to cut loose and talk about whatever comes up. Joining me, as always, on this illustrious journey is the Jedi Master, the disco dancing, space
That's me.
prancing, lightsaber swinging, turf ruling, Don
Sure.
Tucker. Don,
I'll
how we
take it.
doing tonight?
I'm doing great, man. It's a crazy intro. I'll take it. Yeah, absolutely, man. Ready to talk about some stuff tonight. Got some interesting things.
All right. And next to him, we got Mr. Mr. Noah Dell, the Bad Batch background. How you doing?
Doing great. Well, not really. My March Madness bracket's kind of down bad this weekend, but
Oh no.
it's been fun
Oh,
otherwise. So
mm, that is it's a rough thing. I realize how well my hat matches the background behind us. I don't know if you can tell, like the colors. See that? It's pretty good. And next to me, Mr. Jason Padawan Frito. How do you do, sir?
I am doing good coming off of a very big high after having our announcement and draft night. It has been great for us down here at the multiverse of geekdom, and I am loving it.
Very good, sir.
absolutely.
And so first I want to talk about tonight. There's been some stories out of South by Southwest going on. Apparently, the
Mhm.
Evil Dead Rises, the next installment in the Evil Dead franchise, has a 100% Rotten Tomatoes score after the South by Southwest screening. That's it's fairly impressive, although sometimes at festivals things do tend to get a little bit higher of a score. But 100%, it's about as good of a
Pretty
percentage you can
impressive.
get. You can't get a much better percent.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
No.
I
I
think that's
I
just
haven't seen it, and I'm curious on
And it might have
how it is.
changed now, but at the time that the
Sure.
article,
I think that's just good for the gaming community overall. I mean, it seems lately they've been putting out real bangers, so it's
Yep.
exciting, man.
So far, they have been. This year has been really great for games, and a lot of games coming out this year that have been amazing so far. So I am very excited for that.
Yeah.
also,
No, I.
go ahead,
Oh, go
Don.
ahead.
No, go ahead, Don.
No, I was gonna say. I mean, it's good to know because I really love this franchise overall. So I'm really excited to see what they do with it. So I really hope it's that good. I'm definitely excited to see it now more that it does have the 100% coming out.
Yeah, you a big Bruce Campbell fan?
No, I love him in that role. Yeah, of course, he's awesome. Yeah.
Pizza Papa,
Oh God.
Bubba Hotep.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yes,
my favorite. That's my favorite Bruce Campbell movie.
he's
Um,
great.
but yeah, apparently all positive. Everything's coming out glowing, which is great because horror movies tend to be a little more divisive as
Sure.
is,
Yeah.
just as a genre, because
Yep.
not everybody is a fan of that oeuvre of film.
I mean, personally, I'm not a true horror film fan, but I'm never rooting against the film, you know what I'm saying? Like it is always sad when some of these bigger franchises come out with some of these horror films that were once these big names and now are just, a little dying. So to see that it has 100% is very hopeful, for that genre in all, you know what I'm saying? So I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I love horror comedies. I
Yeah.
have like a soft spot for them.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite subgenres of film. Shaun of the Dead.
Oh, that's
You
Right.
great.
know, there's so many great movies that they're just so funny. What about you, Noah? You excited? You a big Bruce Campbell fan?
Is that for Resident
Mm-mm.
Evil?
No.
No, Evil
Hold
Dead.
on, I'm sorry.
No. Evil Dead.
I've seen it. I'm not into that. genre a whole lot. So, but Bruce Campbell, he is a great actor, so I'm sure he will be good in whatever role he's in.
Very good. So, speaking of actors coming back to familiar
And I
roles,
gotta say that picture is creepy, man. That picture is
Yeah.
so creepy.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So speaking of actors coming back to familiar roles and familiar roles,
Okay.
like Buns, Good Burger 2 is coming to Paramount Plus. Are we
Dude.
excited? Big fans of the first one?
Oh God. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. May I take your order? I'm like,
All
come
right.
on now.
Take your order.
Welcome to Good Burger, home
Cool.
of the Good
I
Burger.
grew up
Gonna
on
take
this.
your order. You're a dude.
I'm a
He's a
dude.
dude.
He's a
she's
dude.
man, I used
We're
to
all
watch
dudes.
all that. She's a dude. We're all dudes. Yeah, hell yeah.
Noah, do you know
This is great.
Keenan
This
and
is-
Kel?
That was before me, guys.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean? I'm not much
Yeah.
older than you. I'm only like
I
4 years older than you are.
was
All
never
that. Go
into
back
it.
and watch all that.
All that.
Oh
Okay.
my God, yes, it's all that. It's
Who loves
all
orange soda?
that.
Kel loves orange
Kel
soda.
loves
Is it
orange soda.
true? I do.
I
Do.
Do Fuck yeah. Dude,
Oh
come
my
on. That's
God.
some of the best stuff ever, man.
Paramount
really
Plus.
Some of the best
was.
stuff ever.
It's gonna be a big nostalgia grab for millennials.
Oh,
I
hell
can
yeah.
man.
assure you that.
I've got to figure out a
I'll
way to
be
get
watching.
Paramount Plus now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good. There's a lot of good stuff on there. I like a lot of the TV shows, but I'm an old man. I'm a big fan of all the NCIS shows.
No, I
Hey,
like
listen,
Paramount Plus
NCIS
too, man.
is one of the best shows ever, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I agree.
There you go.
Fucking, I love
Yeah.
me some Silver Fox the Gibbs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dude, that
So-
is a great show. Absolutely.
What's our level of excitement for the Good Burger 2 movie?
So,
Oh man.
only because of I'm highly anticipating probably they'll mess it up in some way, shape, or form, as they
No,
do
don't
with
say
a
that.
lot of remakes. I'm at a 7.5.
Oh.
Hmm.
I will say this. I'm not going to sit on the fact that they might mess it up. I'm going with the fact that they're going to knock it out of the park. And I'm going to say I'm 8.5. I'm right.
I'll put it like 8.5 too. I think it's gonna be good.
I think Noah's is probably a 2.
Noah's probably like a what?
Yeah.
A who? It's a who.
Yeah.
See, Noah is so much not a part of the conversation. He has actually
Oh, he
frozen
froze.
himself. Oh, there he
Yeah,
is.
He
my
did freeze.
internet
He
is
froze.
like
His
oh, no, I'm
internet.
sorry.
He's like, I don't give a shit about Keenan or Kel. Geeky Burger, good or
He's
bad.
like, yeah, you guys
Yeah.
keep talking about your old people shit.
That's funny.
So back to NCI. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Listen, I watched every
NCIS.
episode. I can go on.
Yes.
That Mark Harmon and his piercing blue eyes.
I just can't believe they got rid of fucking Tony DiNozzo.
Well,
that
yeah,
was really
That was
fucking
his
weird.
choice. He wanted
No,
to go
it
do
wasn't.
Bull. Yes, it
Fuck
was.
off. Bull sucked.
Yeah, but that was his choice, Michael Weatherly. He made,
He made a
decision.
dumb choice. DiNozzo was such a better character,
It's great. I wish he would come back and lead the team.
right? What are they doing?
He's got a little kid, man. He's got to take care of the baby.
I don't need
Screw the baby. Make the money.
to know. What?
Spoken like a non-parent.
We don't have no kids around here.
Right. That was my point. So
All right. Yeah.
something else that happened since our last show that we
Yes.
haven't had a chance to talk about was the very unfortunate, very sad passing of actor Lance Reddick. A lot of people may not know his name, but I guarantee you know his face and his work. there is no escaping him with the amount of blockbuster, great TV, just complete fandom type of stuff too. Anybody who likes any type of fantasy, sci-fi, action kind of TV shows, movies, he's in all of them. It feels like.
I
So
mean, he's touched on all three types of entertainment, like big forms of entertainment.
yeah,
movies,
video games too. I didn't
TV,
even-
video games. Like, I mean, damn,
Anime.
I'm surprised he hasn't had dropped an album like Akon or some shit.
Hey,
busting out 9 bars.
He
So-
did it all. Yeah.
What were some of your favorite roles of his, shows that he was in, movies?
I mean, I think I'm a bit biased for the gaming community, but Destiny, his role for,
Officer Zavala.
I mean, Zavala was. I mean, just his cinematic moments and his voice that he gave to the character was so amazing. I mean, it was beautiful. Like I couldn't have imagined a better voice for the character itself. It was honestly breathtaking. And to know that he, did it with full conviction, it was amazing. Hey, Frenchie's in the chats. What's up, man?
what's up?
What else, guys?
Oh, do you have any
I mean, you can't leave us, John.
Don?
What?
You broke up there, Don.
I was gonna say the obvious is John Wick, right? I mean, that's
Yeah.
the obvious role.
I mean,
he's
yes.
so great. at
As
that
of
role.
lately, that is the
I was-
obvious role. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I was so looking. Just because I was so looking forward to him getting that spinoff, the Continental spinoff. I was really hoping that would come. So I
Please
was really
forgive
looking
me of
forward to
my
that.
ignorance, but how did he pass?
They said it was natural causes. I don't think they actually
Yeah.
said. I
Yeah, they
don't
didn't
think-
say anything more than that.
Right.
So-
Another thing he was in was the White House Down.
Yes.
Series. I don't know if you guys seen those, but he's in all of those. He was in Oz, one of my favorite shows growing up on HBO.
Oddly enough, in addition to White House Down, he
Mhm.
was in Angel Has Fallen,
I was just saying,
Those
he's
are
in the
some
whole
great
series,
movies. Yeah.
which is
Yeah,
the
he was in a-
sequel to Olympus Has Fallen, which was the
Right.
movie that came out the same time as White House Down.
Yeah.
Both
So-
sides of that war.
Yeah, so he's in he's in a lot of good he's been in a lot of great stuff over the years. I really always enjoyed him whenever he popped in. There's another
Oh.
game that he was in. Jason, do you know the other game that he was in?
What's up, Frenchie? Welcome.
No, thank you for the invite.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
you're always-
Absolutely, man.
Oh, please correct me. What other video game was he voicing?
Oh no, you got it right. He was in Destiny 2, but he was also in another video game. He was in Quantum Break.
Oh my God, that's right.
Yeah, he played the bad guy businessman type person in that.
Holy shit.
Yeah, really fun game. But yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff, and I think every time you see him, you're always like, oh yeah, man, I really like him. I think he's not quite an A-list actor, but he's always great. So
So to me, the things that I will always remember him from, not movies, TV shows, it's going to be The Wire,
okay,
Yeah.
and it's going to be Fringe. His
Ooh.
Fringe was such a amazing show, one of my favorites of all time, and he's pivotal in it. He has a great role in the show.
Yeah.
And he really allows him to show a lot of his range and his acting chops there.
I was most anticipate his role as Zeus in the upcoming Percy Jackson series. I was excited for that.
Oh, that's right.
I heard that was
we're
happening.
gonna
Yeah,
lose
yeah, I
out
heard
on
was
that.
happening.
That is right.
But I don't know at the time of his death how much they had already pre-recorded, or so. It's going to be interesting to see how they go back and do all of that.
I do hope they maybe have him on that still somehow, because that would be a great like, final.
And somehow,
probably,
yeah.
Some
and somehow
final-
work in like how he changes or something.
Yeah.
That would
I
be
mean,
cool.
because
at
Zeus
least.
does
Yeah.
shapeshift. Zeus
Yeah.
can change his appearance.
Yeah, turns into a bird and a lady.
An eagle, a lady, whatever he wants. He's
Yeah.
Zeus,
Yeah,
the god of gods.
Loki turned into like a wolf and fucked a wolf or something. So
Listen,
you know,
yes.
weird shit happens, bro.
I love how random that knowledge is, and yet I'm not surprised you know that, Joe.
Loki also birthed the sea serpent. That's
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, he
Yeah.
did.
If you
true.
watch
Yarmir.
what's the show on
Nope.
Netflix? I can't remember it, but if you watch the One North show with him in it, he actually like goes to the hospital because they think he has worms. But
You're
he
talking
actually
about
burst the worm.
you're talking about is it Valhalla? No.
Hold on, I'm looking it up right
What's
now.
it
Sorry,
called?
it's
Valhalla?
gas.
Well, he looks that up.
Vikings
He's
Valhalla?
Thor.
Ragnarok.
No,
Ragnarok.
Oh,
Right.
Ragnarok.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
okay.
It's a good show. Good show. Solid show.
Is it a good one? I
Did
haven't
not-
watched that one yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
it's
Frenchie,
good.
we were talking about Lance Reddick and
Yep.
his filmography, where we know him from. Do you have any specific movies of his, roles of his that stand out to you?
John Wick, for me,
Yeah.
is probably the first time I like, oh, who's this guy? Because I've never really watched The Wire. Fringe, I don't remember much about. But for me, he is that hotel badass clerk that always is
Got your back.
smooth and nothing phases him, you know? And I always thought that he would have made a perfect Martian Manhunter.
Oh,
my
yeah.
God.
Yeah, he would have.
That's a
Holy
good
shit,
pick.
yes. He would have
Yeah.
definitely played a great
Yeah.
John.
But yeah, it's definitely a sad loss, and it's gonna be weird if everybody do like John Wick 5. It's weird to think that probably John Wick 4 was the last time we're gonna see him, you know?
That's
Yeah.
why I was saying I hope he does actually get that, final, at least season or something that they do in what Noah was talking about.
Mhm.
Zeus. Percy Jackson.
Or
yes.
I mean, it's the first series, so like it's the first season, so hopefully, yeah, they do acknowledge him a little bit. So that'd be cool.
But so that's my first and really big impression of him is that one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well,
Also
isn't
an old
John?
boy.
Is it
He's
John
also
what?
an old boy.
I would say, isn't John Wick 5 coming out this year?
4.
Four.
Four.
is-
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, John Wick 4. They're going for the 5. Right, 5 is the one that they're stopping on, correct?
They'll stop when they stop making
I was
money
gonna
off
say,
them.
it's not
I
making
thought they
money.
said I thought he said something about them stopping at 5 or
People
something.
say things like that all the time.
Yeah.
Like the Fast
Tarantino
series,
keeps
right?
saying this is my last movie, you know? So
Yeah.
If
right.
people keep writing bigger checks, you keep making movies. That's
Yeah.
how it works.
Very true,
Yep.
very true.
Everybody has a price,
Definitely.
is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Just depends on whose price we're talking. Mine
Although I will say,
significantly
I think
lower than
Keanu
some.
has a little more conscience than most actors do. He's definitely a better
This is
person
very
than
true.
most actors.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
but he
But
also
also the
just
fans love
enjoys
it.
making movies.
The
Like, he
fans
just-
love it, though.
Yeah.
He loves movies.
Yeah.
He loves making movies.
but not only that, he holds the status of the highest paying best bad actor out there because he's not that much of a good
No,
actor.
he's
He's
not
a
a-
one note, same expression, same stoic.
Yes. But he is
Yet he's so
charismatic as
awesome,
fuck.
you know. You
He's-
cannot
yeah.
not love him, but he's
It's
he's
not
like,
also
I
a
feel like-
great guy.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, he's a great
I feel
guy.
like as he got older, he lost his will to act. Like, because in the younger roles, he was great. Like, I'm sorry, Point Break, awesome.
He
You
was
can't deny
he was
that.
really good. The movie was great.
Yeah.
But I mean, he was still very one note to
Mhm.
Frenchie's point.
and to my point even more. Have anyone seen Bram Stoker's Dracula? What is up with that accent? Like, he has
it's bad.
limitations. We've seen his limitations.
Look, I've never
sure.
looked at Keanu as a great actor, but I love watching him in movies. Do you
And
know
he's
what
a
I mean?
great, great human being. All the
Yeah, well,
stories
that's
about him,
for sure.
everything
no,
you
there's-
hear about
Of
him,
course he is.
he's just literally like the nicest person on earth. Like,
Yeah.
genuine. He donated his money to the effects team in I think it was the third Matrix movie.
Yep. Yep.
He's always been a stand-up guy.
He,
And-
he rides the bus. Okay,
Yeah.
that tells you everything about the guy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If I was that famous, it's never happening. I've ridden in New York public transportation. I never want to do it again.
That depends on how hammered I want to get. And,
I'm sorry. I don't want my head to be on a.
I've taken the 4 a.m. drunk train home from the city. LIRR many a
Oh,
times.
Been on it so many times.
That's where
Has
everybody's
anybody
drunk
else
at.
ever rode the drunk train? No.
No.
Oh
The
man.
worst is you fall asleep on a train, and then you wake up fucking halfway across the fucking the fucking city, and you're just like, God damn it, where the fuck am I?
You just wake up where you started at.
Worse.
I wake up in
Worse.
like the
You'll be
Hamptons.
full-
It's like,
You'll
huh?
be like 10 stops away from your house. You're all the way back on the other side of the fucking train line. You're just like, how did I transfer train?
You're at the depot.
Yeah, you're just like, whoa. Why are the lights off?
Crazy times. So, gents.
Nice.
So
Yes.
what have we been watching lately? What have
Yeah.
I've been-
I'm in the middle of a rewatch of Rome. I really love that show, man. Is it on Netflix? Yeah, Netflix. No, HBO. Really, really good. Obviously Mando. Can't talk about that enough right now. It's so good. History of the World Part 2.
Is it
That
good?
It's
I still gotta
man.
watch
It's
it.
so funny. It's so
I
funny.
haven't finished it, but I started watching it. It's funny. It's not the
It's
first
funny.
one.
It's
it's
not as
fun.
good as the first. No.
Hold on.
No.
Do we
But it's
get
still
Nazis and Nazis on ice?
Kind of, but not really. And then yeah, I think that's really it that I've been watching lately. Yeah, that's it.
I've been rewatching Lost now because of you, Don, and because of Ben. I'm like, hell, I'm at season 3, end of season
Oh, are
3.
you really?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm hitting hard on Picard. I'm really loving season 3 Picard. I'm a huge TNG fan. I'm a huge Star Trek fan in general, and it feels good to have a good Star Trek show back.
Nice. See, I fell off of Lost. I do want to get back into it, but once
You lost interest?
yeah, once one of the characters died, I was just very hurt. I was very, very hurt on one of the losses in that show. Charlie will forever be my favorite character.
Oh, you mean Liam? They literally like based his character off of Oasis. Like him and his brother, their whole storyline is based off the band Oasis, pretty much.
I was so hurt. I was just so
like
hurt.
beat for beat.
That's funny.
But I do want to get back into it. But also, the ending, from what I've heard, is a bit butthurtery.
Well, it depends on your view. Some people love it, some people don't.
Yep.
It's all about what you make it.
No, what are you watching?
The Bad Batch, Mandalorian. I've been on a spy thriller TV binge. Last week I finished midway through last week I finished The Recruit on Netflix. I would say I'd give it like a 9 out of 10.
Good. It's that good?
I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. And
Awesome.
then this week I watched Treason. If you like Charlie Cox, some of you might know him, some of you might not.
Oh yeah.
If you want to see him play
We
another
like
role
being
besides
a
Daredevil,
colada.
he plays basically the deputy chief of the MI6, and then he takes over for a little while. I would give that show a 9 out of 10. It was really good.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it kind of leaves it open for another show. But I think it actually connects it back to like the Recruit. I think they're trying to build their like spy universe and have the shows crisscross in different ways. It's just been kind of cool. But the Recruit was actually the guy directing the show. It was actually based on his like real life experiences. So you're just like, no way. And then you go through like, yeah, it's some of the stuff in this fictional show is based on what the guy actually did in the CIA. So you're just like,
That's pretty dope.
yeah.
The fact that they're not shooting him because of these
Yeah, but I think maybe he like waters it down enough and makes fun of it.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah, and
He has
and now
to
I'm
be,
getting
yeah.
and now I'm watching the new season of Shadow and Bone. So,
Oh my God, people! It is
Josh
great
himself.
pleasure to bring out the
There
Midnight
he is.
Cinema, Josh himself.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
Time is up. My time is now.
Born in the dark.
I'm right here to take on the world against everybody else who saw that they could
yes.
come against
Oh
me.
my
I represent the one half of the Goliaths. And I'm here to say what's going on in the world.
Nice.
By the way, Midnight did so poorly in the draft. I can't wait for you to see the
Oh yeah, you guys.
horrible choices. Horrible.
Whoa. Hey, let's not slander here, okay? We're
Joe,
not going to
you'll love the teams.
slander.
I already saw it.
Oh, you did? How do you
Great
feel?
job. Great job. Great job.
That's awesome. You like that Spinosaurus pick, didn't you?
No, it's a
Yeah.
no. There's some fun teams. Man. There's some really fun teams.
That Spinosaurus pick came out of left
Did
field.
anybody
Oh,
choose
dude.
Steve Rogers pre-serum? I could
No.
do this all
No.
day.
God,
No.
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 No, but
They should
Cartman
have,
and
though.
Penny were picked.
Hey,
Yeah,
I want
Carmen.
just the weak version.
Carmen and
Nice.
Kenny were picked, actually, and it's.
Yes.
I can't wait for the first time Kenny dies.
Please tell me that Kenny has like a 27, like a negative 27 health rating.
Should.
Just
He
instant
should.
death. Just instant death. Whenever he
Oh
gets
my
up.
God! You killed
He starts
Kenny,
running
you
and he falls
bastards!
dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what a crazy duo would have been if you had Hannibal Lecter and Armie Hammer on the same side? They're eating everybody. That would be
Can you
insane.
explain to me
Wow.
why you keep saying Armie
Stop
Hammer
it.
eats people?
Because
I'm
he said
telling
that
you, man,
he there's
caused
like
death on the
DMs.
Nile.
He's like DMs with women where he says that he wants to eat their flesh and shit. He's like a creepy guy.
He is your Hannibal Lecter. He is what
That's fine.
Anthony Hopkins was channeling before he was Armie Hammer.
I
Oh,
don't.
Lord.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to know anything about what he's doing.
I don't either.
That man's terrifying.
Armie Hammer
yeah,
giving
that's
a
what
whole
it's
new definition to eating ass.
Oh
Wow.
my God!
Wow.
And he doesn't
Wow.
mean donkey.
God, I
No.
can't. That was.
Nope. I'm
fucking
not touching
weird.
that one.
So you have actually jumped in on the conversation. Let's move on
Had a
from
perfect
eating
time.
ass.
Been a
You've
perfect-
jumped into the
perfect
conversation of figuring out
Nothing
what
like
have
a
you
good
been
old
watching,
cheek salad.
sir? So what have you been watching tonight these couple of days?
Are you talking to me?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Oh, geez. Okay. What have I been watching? Oh, well, it's funny. I've been watching.
We
I've been
love
on
the
an animation
support.
binge lately. Hey, Jamie.
Thank you, Jamie.
So today I watched. I'm gonna do a review for it soon. A movie called The Magician's Elephant.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Not
pretty
Make it
much the
disappear.
story goes. There's this magician comes to town. This town that has been derived of hope for many, many years. They had like this big war that took place that just caused this wave of darkness throughout the whole town. And this magician steps into town, and somehow, he's terrible at magic, and he does this magic trick, and an elephant appears. And then there's this boy who's been trying to find his sister for a very long time. So he meets this fortune teller that tells him that you have to find this elephant. So when he finds the elephant, the king tells him you have to do 3 impossible tasks in order for you to be able to get the elephant and do what you need to do to find your sister. And that's pretty much the whole plot. But it's not going to win any awards. The animation is great. It's a sweet
Okay.
movie. I'm not gonna lie, it's a sweet,
Nice.
feel good movie. You'll definitely it'll leave you with a smile. There are some definitely pretty funny moments. And if you're an elephant person like myself, then you'll definitely, honestly, you'll love it. Other than that, I've been rewatching BoJack Horseman. I freaking love that show. The show is therapy. Okay, it's funny as I don't know
It's
what.
one of the best shows.
pop
It's
culture
literally one of the
references.
most underrated shows ever.
I'm telling you, yeah. But it has some. Don can speak to this. The messages in it and what not even just
it's a deep
celebrities
show.
and people and these are real issues that people go through every single day, and just how it's able to convey it through humor and the comedy and balance out the comedy and the darkness. It's really well done. So if you haven't watched BoJack Horseman, you're missing out. You definitely should watch it. Will Arnett is just a freaking animal. He's a genius.
It's so good. Yeah, it's so good.
See, I think I didn't get behind it at first because I thought it was just going to be another wild animated show. You know what I'm saying? Nothing really.
And it is. Don't get me wrong. It's got that wild, goofy, like animated,
like Harvey Birdman,
feel,
attorney at law.
But they really tackle some like really deep issues with the comedy, like Josh was saying. I mean, it's really, really well done.
It's nothing like Paradise PD, like how that's just wild for being wild. Like it's wild, but also very real and mature in what it's talking about. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to give that a check.
It's a different approach for sure.
Yeah. It's creative as I don't know what too. The puns are great. The alliteration is amazing. Like some of the sentences, it's like, my God, how were you able to do that? The rhyme schemes are wonderful. Aaron Paul is great as Todd Chavez. There's so many great characters, so many great memorable characters. Yeah. So I think that's a show that everybody should watch, especially
his agent is great.
She's amazing. Great. Princess Carolyn is her name.
Princess Carolyn. That's what it was. Yep. She's great.
Yeah. She's PC. Her initials are PC.
And they're all like animal human hybrid type things. So they all have like the cats play with balls of yarn, literally, but like they look like humans. Like they play with it, but it's out there.
It's like Mr. Peanut Butter. If you throw a tennis ball in front of him, he's just gonna run and go get it and come back like, did I miss anything? It's amazing. Yeah. No, truly. You should definitely check that out.
Yeah, definitely check that
and
show out. I agree with that one.
If you haven't watched The Sea Beast on Netflix, I rewatched that the other day too. That is a banger. It was also nominated for an Oscar. If you're into pirates and sea shanties, as I know Jason is, you will definitely love that movie. And it's got
me all perked up on that one. But
there it is. See, I'm telling you, the music alone, fire. The same guy who did the score for Tarzan, Mark Mancina, who also did the score for Bad Boys. He did the score for The Sea Beast, and it's so damn good. Just the epicness, everything you feel. If I get a boat right now and ride out on the sea, I'm playing that music. I kid you not.
Picking me up, bud.
Josh, do you play the
Sea
Assassin's Creed games?
Say again.
Have you played the Assassin's Creed games?
I've only played the third one.
You got to play 4.
Is that Black Flag?
Yes. You sail around on a ship and you sing sea shanties.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what you do.
Listen, I've spent more time on that ship just singing sea shanties. Sally sold seashells.
I was gonna say because Joe said she shanties, so I want Joe to say that
sea
again.
Shanties.
Okay.
Sea shanties.
She sold sea shanties on the seashore.
Wow, shit.
God damn it! I forgot what I was gonna say.
She sold 7 sea shanties on the seashore.
She shit 7 sea shanties and shit in the shore.
Oh my God.
7 sailors shipped 7
shells on a
7 sailors sailing 7 ships.
7 salty sea shanties sailed the 7 seas.
Good God.
On my way to St. Ives, I met a man with 7 wives.
What have you been watching lately?
Anybody knows that reference?
There's one show I forgot to mention. I just got into it because people kept telling me it's freaking amazing, and I just kept putting it off. Was Killing Eve.
Why'd you kill her?
I know. What'd you do?
It's something terrible to do, kill people.
But it's so offbeat. Sandra Ho is so interesting. It's so not what I was expecting. And it's so many twists and turns, but it's, how can I say this? It's so offbeat that it feels almost like a comedy, but it's so violent at the same time.
Offbeat like Blueface?
Like what?
Like Blueface. No, Jason got okay. All right, don't mind me, Frenchie. He's a really bad American rapper. That's all I'm going to say.
Yep, very, very, very bad American rapper. Nope, don't need to.
Yeah, he genuinely raps off beat. It's so bad. Please continue.
Like it's literally, it's like, how do you have a music career?
Nah, y'all just don't understand. He raps between the beats, bro.
Stop it. Don't you dare! Don't
See,
you dare try and
Don't
defend
support
that.
his cripping.
I have no idea I have no idea who he is.
He's
so.
just
I love how
no
you
idea
keep
what's
commenting
going
on
on.
things you just don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Joe.
No, that was on purpose.
It just turns out he's dyslexic to the beat.
Yeah. He has a damaged eardrum. It's not his fault. Okay.
Basically, he's the dawn of music. He has a bad internet connection that everything's 5 seconds late.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what
Look,
happened.
Killing Eve is 2 thumbs up for you, sir.
Say what?
You're giving Killing Eve 2 thumbs up.
Say what?
What is going on?
No, I was.
He's asking you, do you give that show, whatever Eve is, 2 thumbs up?
Because we went from Eve to blue to fucking blue face, whatever blueberry face guy. On the Don's internet connection. Then
This is
you
the greatest. That's a
thumbs
clip.
up. I'm like,
Clip that
who's
out.
putting thumbs where and why is it 2? I
36
would
minute
actually
mark,
on
clip
10.
that out.
So far, my enjoyment. I'm at season 3 now. I give it a solid 9.5. It's that good.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Wow. All right.
Killing Eve. I'll have to check that one out. It's
Oh,
on
yeah,
Netflix, you
it's
said?
really worth it.
There is one more movie that I did watch over the weekend. The
Yes,
Bad
sir.
Guys. Anybody seen the Bad Guys?
I have.
Yeah. You have. How did you like it, Joe?
It was all right. My son liked it.
Yeah.
That's what I gauge
What is it?
movies on. It's an
It was
animated
pretty
movie.
funny. It's like
Oh, okay.
Ocean's 11, but with animals.
Kind of. Yeah.
Oh, the
It's like a heist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big
that
heist.
sounds
It's
fun.
funny as hell. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
lie to you. Yeah.
That sounds like
Because when I first saw like the trailer for it, I was like, I'm not really feeling this. Then I said, you know what, screw it. I'll watch it. And it's based off a book, apparently. I had no idea. But no, it's really good. It's really good. It's funny because like some
Is
of
it
the
a bunch of squirrels
the-
trying to steal a nut? That's what I want. Is it a bunch of squirrels trying to steal a nut?
Just try, just
No,
spoil
I-
that's
I-
already a movie. The
I
Nut
can't-
Job.
What happened? Oh, you can't do it on that one?
Frenchie,
That was a
left
movie.
on that note. Frenchie's like, I don't want to be a part of this stream anymore. I can't.
Look, it could be a bunch of squirrels trying to get a nut. Okay, you don't know.
It's like a
That was
squirrel.
a terrible movie. The Nut Job. Oh my god.
It really was.
What is it with this
It
channel and nuts? Like the pinball
I don't know,
reaction you
man.
guys did kept talking about just smashing balls, and then we're talking about nuts
these-
again.
Well, that's how you play
I think
pinball. You
everyone-
smash balls.
They're
It's
just
hard to
feeling
play
squirrely.
pinball without hitting balls. That's literally how the game works. It's all about hitting balls.
Balls to the wall.
You got to take.
Dirty balls to the wall.
You got
Balls
to
to the-
use. You got to use the
balls to the
paddles.
You got to
to
make
hit the
sure you
balls.
don't get the balls in the holes, guys.
No,
No balls in the
no,
holes.
that's way too much.
Just
got
go
too-
over the head
if
so
the
you
balls
don't
are
get
in the hole.
lost.
You've gone too far.
I love how Noah just doesn't. He's tolerating all this bullshit. He's like, why am I in the middle of all this bullshit?
Oh yeah,
God,
Noah's
that's
just in the
hilarious.
middle, muted, not saying a word. He's like, I'm just here.
I know.
We're gonna
Noah,
smile.
Noah, we're a part of this. He's
You
like,
know-
I am not getting in this with y'all.
You know what Noah is right now? Noah's the penguins from Madagascar. Smile and wave,
Wave,
boys.
boys.
Smile
Smile
and
and
wave.
Skip hop.
As for me, lately I've been watching a lot of DC stuff. Today I watched Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Good movie. Good movie. Not as good as the first one.
Interesting.
It was funny. It had its endearing moments.
Was it all about family?
It was
Stop
a
it.
lot.
Don't
I
you
have a
dare bring his
question.
name up.
They reference him.
I figured.
I have a question. Like in the trailers, the villains look very one-dimensional. Was I right?
No, there's I don't want to spoil any plot points or anything like that, but there's a lot to it. It actually gets kind of convoluted at a point, but a lot of it's a little predictable.
Convoluted because of the bad guys, or just the story itself?
The story itself, it takes a lot of turns. It's a little drawn out, like to get to where you're going. It takes a while to get there.
Interesting.
But-
would
but
you
it's-
say that?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, would you say that Noah gave a great performance as Shazam?
Yes, he was great. I thoroughly enjoyed the movie itself. It was fun. It just felt my son when he got up, he said, Man, that was real long. I don't know if my legs are gonna work. I said, you sat through
know it's bad
Endgame.
when the child says this.
I was like, you sat through Endgame, kid. I think you could sit through this.
But Endgame was so much better than this one, Dad.
Basically.
Yeah, exactly.
It was,
But it was a good movie. It was a little scary. It was a little like there is some like real kind of dark shit.
Yeah, bud.
But
really?
the most important question of all,
Binky?
Joe, because it was so long, were you sitting on your balls and could you feel them when you got up?
Right.
What is your
I mean, that is-
obsession with balls, Frenchie?
See, now you're talking about hours of session with balls.
Yeah, it is.
I think
I was fine. I had my feet up, nice recliner, had a pizza. It was,
Whoa,
it's
what
good.
kind of fucking movie theater you went to?
The only one I go to.
Oh,
If it doesn't have a recliner and food delivery at my seat, I ain't going.
the question
And
is, what kind
a
of
full
pizza was it?
bar and a full bar.
What kind of yeah? What kind of pizza was it?
Pepperoni.
Yeah, there we go.
Interesting.
Classic.
Did you get a side of fettuccine?
No,
No,
I'm not
no,
eating
it's not a
fettuccine in a movie theater.
That makes no sense. Give me the recliners, give me the beer, give me the pizza, but fettuccine, are you on crack?
Yeah.
You know all them slurping sounds and shit in the middle of a movie theater.
Fettuccine's too far.
You go to the other movie
Fettuccine
theaters
is
for
where I
that.
draw the line.
There's a different movie theater if you want to hear slurping sounds, Josh.
Okay,
Oh, God, no, stop
Joshua.
it. Stop it.
They got plenty of Alfredo over there.
Now we killed Noah. Okay.
I've also I've been watching the last season of The Flash.
Who did that? Who put balls on screen?
That was Josh. I can 100% guarantee.
No, it was not.
It was
I
you?
guarantee you, it was the 5th grader all the way down there on the other side.
Oh, it's Frenchie?
No, it was the 5th grader.
That was not me. That was fucking Don.
Don?
The 5-year-old over there. It was the 5-year-old down there. The 5-year-old all the way down there.
Oh, man. I thought Josh took himself out because he knew he was to do it.
God, that was too funny. That was too.
I've also been watching The Flash.
What is wrong with
How is this season going so far?
Speaking of seeing balls, I've been watching The Flash. It's pretty good. The Red Death storyline was all right. They had to make some changes to make it fit in world.
Okay.
Coming up, we're going to get the return of a lot of characters. You're going to have Oliver Queen back, or at least Stephen
version.
Amell back as some character. Yes, sir.
Did you say Red Death?
What happened?
Yes.
What happened?
I'm guessing this is the swan song for Barry.
Well, they beat Red Death.
Oh,
Of course.
But
you would
this
think.
is the last season of the show. So yeah, it's ending at the end of this season.
No. I was just wondering do you think that in the finale we will actually say bye to Barry Allen, not in just
He might just
All
go
right,
to
the
the
show's
movies.
ending.
I'm hoping he goes to the movies.
The last episode might just be him showing up in the actual movie, and then that be the end of it.
You know, it's funny you say that because I had a thought that if he was running off and they just like ended it there, and then when the movie comes out, they continue
Because
pretty much it's a clip.
He
with
just
reverse
runs
scene.
into
Ezra
the fucking Yep.
Ezra Miller was on the TV show, so
Right.
it would make sense.
And
Actually,
There you go.
Greg Gustin's the one who gave Ezra Miller the name The Flash. It's canon.
without the ball. All right. I see what you I'm so Frenchie's
so-
disappointment. I'm so sorry.
I've also been watching Superman and Lois. First
watching a
episode
lot
of the
of
new season came out.
Oh, did it
was
really?
good. Yeah, it was a good episode.
Oh, I'm gonna watch it.
Coming up this season, there's hints at Lex Luthor already. We're gonna have there's a new Jonathan Kent. That was a little distracting at times. Actor
Oh,
looks
really?
nothing
They
like the
recast him?
original actor. Yeah, the actor left the show.
Okay. Huh.
So, but it was good. Good episode. Good start. I'm excited to
I
see
love
where it's
that show.
going.
That should be the new Superman, man. That should be the new Superman.
Tyler Hoechlin, he's really good.
A lot of people said it's a really good show.
It
It's
is.
a great show.
Bitsy Tulloch is great. The kid who plays Jordan is great.
Yes.
I like
yeah.
the kid who played Jonathan too. The new one, kids. I guess he's a great actor. My thing is, I just can't get over that it's not the same actor,
And
which
yeah,
usually
that
isn't
kid
a
was
problem
good.
for me.
Yeah, but he was really good.
But they look
yeah.
jarringly different.
Okay.
Like it's one of those things where they didn't even try to make them look like similar, and I'm just like, oh, I mean, they're both white guys, but
Okay.
that's about as close as the similarities get in my head.
Yeah.
What about the man, the myth, the legend? What has he been watching?
He already answered that.
Yeah.
What did you say?
On net, I've been on a spy thriller binge lately. The Recruit, which follows this guy right out of college. He joins as a lawyer into the CIA.
There's a movie.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Colin
Treason. It's a Charlie Cox show,
I
spy
heard
show.
of that. Yeah.
He does a really good job. And it has the one chick that dates Rob Stark as his wife in it.
Who dates him as his wife?
Interesting.
Yeah. She plays the mom. And I forget the guy that plays the head of MI6, but he's been around for a while. But yeah, those two spy shows, 9 out of 10, and I'm right now currently in the middle of Shadow and Bone season 2, I think.
There is two other things I wanted to say real fast. Shazam felt like it's part of James Gunn's DC universe plans. The themes of the movie were gods and monsters, and I'm really confused if it's not part of it. Why they're releasing a movie that is why they would name it that when more so than anything else named in the slate so far. This seems more in tone with the theme of the supposed first chapter of the DC.
The way I said, might as well be like, look, we're doing our theme. It follows. If it's a success, it fits through the universe. If it's not a success, well, it's good, and we just throw it on the side. So it's a win-win on for him for James Gunn in two sides. They don't have to do the continuation. It was already planned to be out, and if it works, well, it fits in the mythology of what he's doing anyway. So,
yeah.
And there's a big cameo in it. Also, I've watched the first episode of Gotham Knights, the new DC show. Did you watch it?
Oh, it's horrible.
I heard about it.
I didn't think it was that bad. I was actually surprised. I mean, it wasn't great, but I was surprised by how dark they went. It was like
Dark,
visceral.
yeah, but the acting is bad.
It's the first episode of a CW show. I tend to expect I tend to expect the pilot to be a little rough. They usually round out a little.
I don't get why they had to create a brand new character for the adopted son, though.
Yeah, they could have just went with one of the 9, but I guess this version didn't know that he was Batman. It's an Elseworlds kind of thing too, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I like Titans. Titans was a good show, man.
This feels more in like the Titans kind of world.
Titans got canceled?
No,
yeah, I got into it late. Yeah. It finished with season 4, but it left off like halfway through the season. So we were all hoping that they would release the rest of the season, but it doesn't look like
release the Titans cut.
It was actually a really good show, man.
Yeah,
I really like Titans.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
We need the Titans cut.
Wait, so you mean they have half a season out and then they just didn't release the rest?
For season 4, yeah. Yep.
I think they might release it.
It was like
that sounds like what's going on with Yellowstone.
16 episode season, I think. And maybe they released the first like 8. No, I forget how many. But it was like half of the episode they released, and then they're going to release the other half like in April, and now no one knows if it's going to happen or not.
That sounds exactly like what's going on with Yellowstone. Because
that happened to Pirates of Darkwater too.
That's disgusting. I hate when they do that.
Like, how bad is the rest of the season if you're just willing to just like don't release it and piss people off? It's like, is it that bad or someone?
I mean, if it's already made, you got to release it, right? If it's already made,
I mean, you would
that's
think.
what I'm saying. Is it that like who does that?
Maybe
Yeah, I don't-
maybe
I
the
don't understand
VFX
that.
aren't done on it, and they don't want to pour the money in because the recent acquisition and everything. Maybe they're just putting it on hold.
Well, I think it was
Um,
done, and I just think that's how they like chose to release the shows, and then DC had that change at the head, and then they just decided to scrap all the DC shows slated to come out. So
Yeah, but they still have Elseworlds and stuff, and they're still releasing Gotham Knights, which
But with James Gunn new TV universe, maybe he just doesn't want things to get too complicated to TV, and he said, "Fuck this shit." But if that's the case, why do we have Gotham Knights and Superman?
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Right.
nobody knows.
Huh.
Yeah.
Why do you
Who
think
knows?
there are so many? Well, two questions. One, I know that there's been a lot of talk about something else involving Zack Snyder and DC, something else coming back around to that.
Yeah, I saw that. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I
don't
think
know
it's
what
gonna
it
be
is.
like a little film festival or some shit, some like event thing where they're showing all three Zack Snyder films or some
Oh.
shit.
But then also, James Gunn is a proven director, a proven creator, proven
Mhm.
producer. Why do you think there are so
Hit and
many
miss as a
angry
producer,
people?
but
Like I went on Twitter the other day, and it's just like, I mean, fire James Gunn and Peter Safran was trending again.
Before anything
like,
comes out,
When
yeah.
it comes out, I'm like, dude, really? Like, what is the animosity right now? Is it because of how the whole Henry Cavill thing went down? Because from what I understand, there was never a contract in place. So
I think
what's
that, and you have the people who are still upset because there was a lot of people that liked the Zack Snyder universe.
Mhm.
You know, a lot of people like those films.
Yeah,
and
like
there's a lot of
artists.
angry
There's some
people.
good elements. I mean,
Yeah,
Wonder
yeah.
Woman's good. Aquaman, say what you want, I still found badass. Flash, I hope the movie's good. I liked him. Batman, I wasn't a fan.
Yeah,
There's
I
some of
like
those-
Ben Affleck as Batman. Like, I really thought he was like a good portrayal of
I
Batman.
like that one scene. Warehouse scene is the only Batman scene I like. That's the only thing I like.
I got you. And I
I
like
have-
Man of Steel.
Yeah,
me too.
I have
Yeah,
mad
I'll-
respect for what Zack Snyder tried to do. You know, was it
Yeah.
perfect? No, but
Mhm.
he had a vision. It was more than other directors through DC has had in a while, and he tried to do what he thought was right. Just end of the day, just people. It didn't make money. You know.
Yeah.
So,
So
I
then,
made money with HBO Max and the re-release, the black and white and the director's cut and all that.
That
Yeah.
Snyder cut, I stand by that though. I really
Oh,
stand
It
it's
by
was
that
bad.
it was
Snyder
all
cut.
right. It wasn't like a great movie, but it was much better than the other version of the movie.
Right. Yeah.
I
You're-
was so
wait,
mad.
Joe,
I wasted
you're
money.
saying the Snyder cut is not a great movie?
No,
I agree.
it's
What do
not
you
a
mean
great
it's not
movie.
a great movie?
What do I mean? I mean it's just not.
How? Okay. So you
It's
can
a
say
good
it's not a great
film.
movie, but can I ask why? Like, give me some.
It doesn't have any of the characteristics of a great movie. It doesn't have some deep and meaningful plot. It still has Martha moments. It it just
Are we talking about Batman
Not
v
in
Superman?
Justice League. Yeah, not in Justice
No, I know,
League.
but I'm saying like all of the whole Snyderverse as a whole. I don't think that any of them are. I mean, Man of Steel is a pretty great movie. However, but it's just all about the same thing though. Superman going the way that he went. The Snyder, like just the resurrecting of Superman, all of that stuff. The way they did it, not a fan.
I thought that was a way too
And-
soon thing.
And the Snyder cut also, that wasn't his original cut of the movie. A lot of that was all reshot.
He was given like $40 million to finish shooting it. He got to do exactly what he wanted.
Right. But I'm saying that's not what it would have been when it came out anyway. But I don't think
That's
there's
true.
still so much shit that just got crammed in there that
There was a lot of Joss Whedon kind of
I
redoing
think
the
the
whole.
whole-
the post credit scene and stuff like that were weird.
But what they added to
Yeah.
Cyborg's character, what they added to Aquaman,
That was good. I liked Cyborg's character
what they
better.
added to even Superman, I thought made that story
Right, it's
way
a better
more-
movie.
made
It's a
lot
much
more
better
sense.
movie than the original one.
I think
And the end fight makes way more sense than the original Justice League movie.
And
way
the main
more sense.
villain too, like you
Yeah.
have so much more depth and
Yes.
Apocalypse, and it feels just so much more well-rounded.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah,
But I
it's
do
a
have
much
question.
better film. I just don't think it's
Normal color or black and white? Because I am
Black and white.
all day.
Black and white. Yeah,
What
that's the best way
what
to
I
watch
think is fair before people like decide to like crucify James Gunn is just wait for the first film to
it.
come
Exactly.
out.
Oh, exactly.
maybe
yeah.
wait for like more than one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, wait for a few. Yeah, you got to give him a chance.
Maybe
Yeah.
see where his vision's going.
Yeah, and then after 3 or 2
No,
films, then
anybody
people
calling for him to be fired already has no idea what they're talking
Oh,
about.
they're-
I'm
yeah.
sorry, they have no idea what they're talking about. That's
They're-
like I know he's had stuff in his past that people are like, all right, whatever. But this to me is a guy that
Every director,
genuinely
yeah.
loves comics and is putting his vision.
James
I
Gunn's
think it's
stuff
one of the
in his
best hopes,
past
yeah.
was
Yeah,
a distasteful joke on Twitter back in the day when Twitter was a different place.
10 years
It,
ago.
it wasn't like some people's things in
Look.
their past, which
Mhm.
are
But look, the bottom line is he got the job. He's
Yeah.
earned his chance to
We'll
tell
talk
his
about my
story.
past tweets.
Whether
man.
we like it or not, time will tell. But he's earned
why I
his
created a
chance
whole
to tell
new
his
one.
story. Yeah, no,
I'm
exactly.
excited for the animated stuff too that Peter Safran's going to put out too.
Creature Commandos.
That should be cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the coolest
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
about it all is that they said that the characters are going to transcend one genre to another with the same actors.
Yeah.
So the animated, the video games, the movies, live action, it's all going to be the same actors throughout.
No,
Roundtable
I'm-
question.
Yeah.
If it wasn't James Gunn, let's say you guys are all producers. It did go dark pretty quickly. The thing, so if you could choose any director to do the new Superman movie,
Director.
yeah, who would you pick to direct the new Superman? If it let's
Superman.
just say James Gunn, he writes it, he doesn't
Yeah.
direct it. Who, if you want to pick your director, who do you think? I mean, who would you pick as your director to do it?
The director of Creed, I forgot his name.
Ryan Coogler?
Ryan
Yeah.
Coogler.
Mm.
He did a good job. He did a good job with Black Panther, but Marvel has their own signature, right? I think DC can have a bit more of a freedom, a bit more of your own style. I'm curious what not like a Black Man movie, let's just like a good superhero movie and have his own vision on Superman. He does that rightful just a guy's trying to do good in his life and trying to do the right thing and learning his past mistakes, the good American tale. I think he does really well, so I do see him translating into Superman.
Why do you got that
Tim
Tim
Burton.
look on your face?
It's Tim Burton. Get Nick Cage back in that Superman
Oh,
suit
God,
as God
no.
Stop it.
intended.
No,
The
Let's
death
do
of
it.
Superman lives.
Let's
What happened?
do it.
No.
I'm
Let's
done
do
again.
it.
no,
Let's
we do
do
not
it.
need to have
Nick
Nicolas
Cage,
Cage.
Nick Cage,
No.
Nick Cage.
No.
Nick
Not at
Cage.
that age.
Cage-a-sans, baby.
A B C D E F G.
Now he could be Jor-El.
I have a crazy pick for you because
Clark.
I've heard the new movie is actually pretty good.
Simu Limu.
Michael B. Jordan directing himself as the new Superman, since he was rumored to be Superman at one point.
You got Michael B. Jordan, just get Ryan Coogler.
Yeah. Well, you should actually have Jonathan Majors be
He did
Superman because
really
how
good
swole
in
he got.
Creed. He directed the hell out of Creed 3.
That's what I'm saying. Give him a chance. And
Yeah.
he was already rumored
He's
to
too
be
short.
Superman at one point.
I
But he
think they
was
need to put
rumored?
Ezra Miller in it.
No.
Oh my God.
Shut up.
No.
Jonathan Majors as Superman. He's swole as shit already.
Oh, Jonathan Majors would pull it off. Yeah, for sure.
He's just like
Absolutely.
blah, blah.
Ezra
Jonathan
Probably.
Majors could pull it
Fucking
off. For
Jack.
sure. I don't think anybody would doubt that.
Absolute fucking unit.
Yep, that's a man.
Talking about fantasy casting, something I want to share. I shared with some of the boys, and I shared with Josh.
Oh, this
I'm
was a
just curious because
conversation.
I told you about that. I didn't. You weren't sure 100%. I actually did some work on the graphics, and I'm curious to see what you think if it would work finally or not. Give me a second. Let's
Okay.
Did you do the Vigo one yet?
No, I didn't do that.
Vigo the Carpathian?
No. Morton.
Oh,
Oh.
Okay,
a little
so
more.
Michael J. White as Mr. Sinister.
I fuck with that so
Dude,
much.
that's so cool. That's
I mess with that so much.
Yeah, dude.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Extremely.
Michael J. White, dude, can play anything though.
Like,
Yeah, but he's not that great of an actor. I mean, he's a great
Well,
action actor.
Oh, I would argue against that. Honestly.
And this is Matt Smith as Green Goblin.
That's not Matt Smith's teeth.
The teeth, no. But this is a combination of a photo of Matt Smith and the Green Goblin art.
That would be cool. Yeah.
That would be dope as shit.
Yeah, I would definitely push back on Michael Jai White not being a great actor. I think he's a really good actor.
I think he's a good actor. I just don't think I don't know how much range he has.
He picks weird movies. That's his problem.
Yeah, he's a terrible decision maker as far as like the best decision he made was to be in The Dark Knight.
Well, right.
The one actor I've always been convinced should have always played Joker is William Dafoe.
Yeah, William Dafoe would have been
absolutely.
William Dafoe should have played Joker hands down. It would have been one of the best creations, I think.
I mean, he's already in the greatest movie of all time, Boondock Saints.
Scary as hell.
What movie is that, sir?
Boondock Saints. His performance in there is amazing.
Couldn't agree. You know what?
Here's the question.
He shall be
Here's the question.
My Lord, for thee.
Willem Dafoe instead of Nicholson in '89 Batman. Is that considered the greatest Batman movie ever made?
He wouldn't play that Joker the same. He's more not Nicholson's Joker.
He's more sinister.
Nicholson's Joker was a gangster. Willem Dafoe is more the completely batshit lost your mind.
We don't know if he would have played that role. That's what I'm saying. If he would have played that role,
right? But the way it was written, they would have to rewrite the part, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah, because I don't think William Dafoe would have been able to. He wouldn't have been able to play that Joker well. The way Jack Nicholson was played, it worked out amazingly.
I was going to say, now that Mark Hamill's done his voicing Joker, maybe they reach out to William Dafoe. Because did you hear that he doesn't want to voice it because
Kevin Conroy's passing?
Yeah. And do you think, because you guys did hear about the new Batman animated series coming out on Amazon, right? Do you think they go out and get William Dafoe to voice
that
Joker?
would be pretty great.
I mean, it would be a great pick, yeah.
We'll see.
He's definitely doing the voice for it.
Because he was already the voice of that one character in that Death Note movie.
I thought he was good in that movie. I'm sorry.
Death Note movie?
Yeah, that terrible. And I'm not even a fan of Death Note, but like just hearing him do the voice,
I agree.
Was enough. I'm like, that's perfect.
Did you just say you're not a fan of Death Note?
I'm not. I couldn't get into it. I really tried. I couldn't get into it. I'm sorry. My first real
respect for you, Josh. I had
Frenchie. Here's the thing. I understand I stole Dracula from you earlier, but you should be proud of me because Castlevania.
Oh, that would have been a good choice. Jesus, I'm sorry.
Castlevania is.
That was my real like.
I love that show.
Entry into anime because when I was younger, it was really just Yu-Gi-Oh.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
But like Castlevania, absolutely. I remember exactly where I was. I was in my Psych 150 class. Bored as I don't know what. And I just happened to see, oh, look, Netflix has a new anime on. I'm like, all right, vampires and shit. All right, cool. I took a look at it. I started watching it. I couldn't stop. To the point where I said, screw my lunch. I went in the bathroom and finished the whole first season. There was only 4 episodes. Cared not. Loved it. Castlevania's like that.
Are you serious?
What is going on?
Fucking minutes?
Yeah, at least.
I'm gonna fucking kill you, you son of a bitch.
I think Jason changed his fucking name.
Yeah.
Screw
I
you.
swear to fucking God, dog.
So before we go any further off the
next
rails,
route you get is gonna be so bad. I swear to God.
before we let's go any further off the rails, Frenchie, why don't you tell people where they can find you?
In French Canadian.
Great.
Yeah, in Quebec. Pretty much you can find me here most of the time these days. If not, I'm helping a lot with John's channel on Movie Lovers Unite. If you haven't seen it yet, people, check the new trailer we just dropped, a trailer reaction for Gaslight. Me and Mr. John, we've been looking at a couple of things together, including this really interesting Indian horror movie. I can't remember the last time I've seen an Indian horror, so I'm really interested. Go take a look. It's popping right now.
The British government It was the last Indian horror.
Shut
Shots
up.
fired.
Character.
The British were terrible, man.
They were.
Trying to take over the world. But all right, Noah, why don't you tell the people where they could find you, sir?
You can find me here on Sunday nights and on weekdays on the Jedi Academy.
That's a school for Jedi.
It is.
That is.
The Midnight Cinema. Josh, why don't you let the people know where they can find you?
Pull it together, Josh. You got this. I believe in you, sir.
You have Puss in Boots behind you. You can do it.
You look death in the
Yes.
eyes and he knew.
You must be the
If
gato.
you there.
Nobody
You
can
know
stop
that I am your
El
favorite
Gato.
hero in Corinthian leather. You can find me on my YouTube channel, The Midnight Cinema. You can find me here on Sundays for Geekdom Uncut. I'm here on, well, we've done some rearranging, but you'll find me in much shorter supply, if you will, in different formats for weekly geekdom. Trust me, it's not shortening the value. We're just measuring myself to the top. It's wonderful. And that is not a height reference to Lower Fraud Quad, because screw him. But you
He's
cannot-
just a little guy.
Yeah, he is the little guy. So
Not to come
yeah,
drop buttons.
oh my god, I will do that whole scene right now. Please don't tempt me. You can find me in the Facebook group as well, and follow me on Twitter at The Outlawed Mind. Find me on Instagram at the Midnight Cinema 41, and also holding Stormbreaker on Asgard's throne.
There it is.
Huzzah!
Yes, huzzah! Yes.
Mr.
Should-
Frito, the Padawan himself. Jason, tell the people where they can find you, sir.
Lay's Chip Factory.
Bye.
Yes.
Yes, definitely munching out over there. You can find me on Thursday on the Gaming in the Multiverse show. You can find me on the Sunday show and our Jedi Academy show. And you can also find me on Padawan Frito on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. There we go.
Okay. And Disco Nuts himself, Don, tell the people where they can find you.
You guys can find me on Twitter at Jedi Master Tuck. You also can find me here on Jedi Academy and on Geekdom Uncut and trailer reactions and a lot of things coming up, guys. Also, please check out the Titans of the Turf. We just did our draft tonight, and we are so excited to bring that to you guys. Not even ridiculous. And please check out the Facebook groups. We have the Titans of the Turf, the Benverse, and the Multiverse of Geekdom.
You can find me at Joseph M. Boros on the Twitter app, on Instagram, The Prince Was Promised. You can find me here on Sundays. And check out our shorts, our trailer reactions. Give them a watch, like, subscribe, all that stuff that we hate to have to say. But you can find Jason on the floor like a dirty, dirty little whore. And then you can find the rest of us right here. Until next time, folks, thank you for joining us and have a great time cruising the multiverse.